Hi, I have makeup on today, so I thought I'd pop in with a video. So Miss McElwain had a very, very good point in the module that we are working on this week with the new type of assignment that we are working on. Let me show you the skeletal system triage charting. And Miss Abbott also pointed out, oops, wrong one, that there needed to be some clarification. So I appreciate you guys bringing that to my attention because sometimes I'm thinking in my own head and it doesn't translate to real life. So what you need to do in the triage charting and peer review is, most of you have already done this already, so good job because it's only Tuesday, that you use, that you translate in this scenario into medical terminology words that you've learned for this chapter. You're going to be working in pairs, so the first posting should be on 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, which is your translation. You don't have to do a whole SOAP note, and some of you were doing a whole SOAP note, that's great, but really you're only going to use the subjective and objective facts because at this point, depending on what you do for a living, assessment is not really the point, and a plan is definitely not the point. So subjective and objective is great, but if you have an assessment, you want to throw it out there, that's fine. If you plan to, you want to throw it out there, that's great too. Now, the flip side of it is that your partner should read it and revise it or correct it. And Ms. McElwain pointed out, how are you supposed to do that if you can't read what they're submitting? Very good point. So my thought is when you reach out to each other that you should just send your note. After you post it, you just copy and paste it to, or attach it to a Canvas inbox message to your partner. Your partner can correct it. You can either type directly on it or you can highlight it, do whatever you want, however you want to correct it, and put your comments in there. You can print it up, write it in, take a picture, put it back up. Either way, I mean, however you want to get it in is fine. And then post that, upload that file. So each of you should have two file uploads. One would be your translation. The second one would be your correction for your partner. Okay, so that's two. And the way that your partner is going to see it is if you cut and paste your note into a Canvas inbox mail to your partner. And that way everybody can see what everybody's doing. I know it's sort of a very roundabout way. It sounds like, oh my God, it's like too many things. And sometimes it is, but this is really just one extra step. All right, so that's how we're going to work it for the triage charting. Because that's really how you did it for the last thing too, is you somehow communicated with each other either through Canvas inbox or chat, or you got together on your own and figured out how you were going to do your stories. This is the same type of thing where you're going to figure out how to connect with each one's notes. And that's the easiest way for me to suggest that you do your correction. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but sometimes when things make sense to me, it doesn't make sense to everybody else. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm already reading some of your notes for this week, and I'm starting to grade your stuff from last week, and it looks terrific. You guys are really doing a good job. I'm so impressed with this group of students. Keep up the good work. You're all smarty pants, and I will talk to you later this week.